'cause there will be a time. Oh, oh.
Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode, Getting Well with Terry and Friends, free NHL picks. I'm Terry, ready to break down today's slate. We have 8 games to talk about today, and we've got some good matchups here, so I'm excited to get into it. First, we will take a look at what happened yesterday in the NHL. For me, this draw hurt. Had the draw here for half unit plus 380. And Toronto tied it in the close to the end of the third period there. And then, of course, the Islanders had to take the lead. And then Toronto had a beautiful chance to tie it up 3-3, but somehow the puck didn't go in. So the draw ended up being a loss, but it was so close, so close. So that's what hurts there in that game. And then talking about games that hurt, my exclusive play of the day was on the Avalanche, Colorado, who were leading 75% of the game. Of course, the Rangers able to tie it in the last few minutes and then win in overtime. So my exclusive play of the day, unfortunately, it was a loser for yesterday. I did cash my NBA play, so overall 1-1 in premium plays yesterday. Thank you to the LA Clippers, who kind of did the opposite of what Colorado did here. The Clippers were losing for a good portion of the game, at least the second half. So they were able to come back for me while this Avalanche team blew their lead to the Rangers. But we'll jump into the chat and see what people have to say. Addison, Reinhardt's season has returned. We will definitely be discussing that game. Owen agrees. Huge opportunity today. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Hello, Nicholas. Of course, Nicholas was on the New York Rangers, so he was really happy that the Avalanche blew their lead. Of course. Haynes and Reg, we will discuss that game, Owen, but you may not like what I have to say coming up. Terry, hockey is back. Yes, it is. Go Canes. What a day yesterday. Yeah, there you go. Good day back after the break. Canes suck. I wouldn't say that, but Goat Heads in Buffalo today, Tim. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Isles sweep the Maple Laughs. Yeah, but Islanders will be golfing when the Leafs are at least making the first round. So we'll see who has the last laugh there, Nick. Sean Manahan on the Jets today. Yes, he was doing excellent before the All-Star break when he was on Montreal. And we've got a few different players that we're going to be talking about today that have switched teams over the All-Star break. So we'll get to that. Aho over 1.5 points. He's a beast. And Addison, I'm hoping for a win, but not holding my breath. We will be discussing the Sabres game very shortly. But we'll start with our first game that we're going to talk about today, which is the Vancouver Canucks and the Carolina Hurricanes. Vancouver, plus 120 to plus 133. Road Dogs, Carolina, minus 145 to minus 155. Home favorites, 6.5s, right across the board when it comes to the total in this one. How these teams doing heading into the All-Star break? Vancouver 9-0-2 in their last 11 games, going over 6.5 in 8 of their last 11 before the break, and going overtime in back-to-back games heading into the All-Star break. Carolina 6-2 in their last 8 games, 3 straight games under 5.5. What's happened between these teams in the past? Vancouver 4-2-1 in the last 7 meetings. 3 of the last 7 meetings going overtime. Both of the last 2 meetings being high-scoring games. And when I look at this game here, you're giving me Vancouver Canucks plus 125, what I locked it in as. Now you're seeing plus 130, plus 133 for the Vancouver Canucks, and I have to take that. I have to take that. This team has been consistent. Yes, Carolina is a very good team, but they haven't been as consistent as this Canucks team has been. I am also taking Elias Lindholm to get a point for minus 110. He is on the second line with Elias Pettersson. So we have Elias and Elias together. Lindholm now facing the team that drafted him. I think Lindholm gets a point, a goal or an assist, either one cashes that. I'll take it. Minus 110, playing with Pettersson. I believe he is on the top power play as well. But let me check on that here. So he oh, 1 second. I clicked Calgary to look at Calgary's lineup because when you think about Elias Lindholm, you think about Calgary. So that's going to take some time to switch here. Yeah, Lindholm is with Pettersson and Ilya Mikheyev on the second line, and Lindholm is on the top power play unit for the Canucks. So I will take him to get a point at a fantastic price here, and I'll take the Road Dogs to start off the slate. Who is in net? I didn't mention that. Nobody confirmed yet for Vancouver. It looks like it'll be Thatcher Demko. Pyotr Kochetkov confirmed for Carolina. His first game back since getting a concussion. He's missed 7 games in a row. He was playing very well before those injuries. Looking at player props, JT Miller has an assist in 5 of his last 6 games. Elias Pettersson has a goal 8 of his last 11 games. Quinn Hughes heading into the break had a point in 6 straight games, an assist in 5 of the 6 games. As I said, this will be Lindholm's first game with the Canucks. Sebastian Aho, a point in 5 of his last 6 games. Seth Jarvis, an assist in 4 straight games. And Martin Necas, a goal in 4 of 5 games heading into the break, and a point in 5 of 6 for other player props. Go Canucks. All right. Canucks plus 120. The wrong team is favored. And I have to agree with Nick. I like when Brendan Lemieux is in the lineup for the Canes. He's a scrapper. Yeah, kind of a dirty player too, but hey, it is what it is. Didn't he bite somebody? I don't know. Or yeah, something like that. Whoa. Plus 133 for Vancouver Road Dogs. Yes, that is the case. Over 6.5 goals. Yeah, Owen likes over 6 as a parlay piece. I I don't know. I don't know about the total here. Um, Obviously the Canucks were an over machine heading into the break. Carolina, not so much. And now Kochetkov, what are we going to get from him? And what are we going to get from both teams? You would think over, but we didn't see that last night. So we'll have to see. Wait, Nick and Terry agree? Yikes. When me and Nick agree, it tends to go well. So I don't see any, but I'm sure me and Nick will be disagreeing here eventually again. So don't worry about that. Anything else to say about this game? Nope. Okay, moving on to our second game here, which Tim will be interested in. We've got the Dallas Stars minus 153 to minus 155. Books are in agreement there. Buffalo Sabres plus 125 to plus 138. Home dogs, 6.5s right across the board in this game. How were these teams playing heading into the break? Dallas 8-2-1 in their last 11 games heading into the break. 4 of the 5 games over 6.5, and going to overtime in 3 of the last 4 games heading into the break. The Stars team, they can definitely be an overtime team. And then they go on stretches where they don't go into overtime. But heading into the break, they were going overtime. The Buffalo 7-4 in their last 11, so playing pretty good hockey as well. heading into the break. 2 overs, 1 game finished with 6 goals in their last 3. But Buffalo has not gone to overtime in 12 straight games. So they have not been an overtime team. How these teams played against each other in the past: Dallas 14, 4, and 2 in the last 20 meetings between the teams. They've had success against Buffalo for years and years. In the most recent meetings, 2 overs, 1 under, 1 game finished with 6 goals. So no real edge there with the total. When I look at this game, Dallas minus 153, minus 155, they're out of my price range. So if I wanted to back Dallas, I'd have to take them in regulation, which is not something I really want to do here in the first game after the break. Do I want to back Buffalo either? No. Do I have a play in this game? Yes. Give me Thomas Harley, anytime goal, plus 750. Half unit play here. Harley goals in back to back games heading into the All Star break. And I really wish I could find his point. So if for some reason you are able to find him to get a point, I absolutely love that play. But I will go with the half unit here on the anytime goal plus 750. This guy's going to be really good, a good offensive defenseman for Dallas. So I going to sprinkle here half unit on him to find the back of the net at an extremely nice price at plus 750. And that's what I'll be rooting for in this game. Looking at other player props, well, a lot of Dallas players playing really well heading into the break. Harley, as I said, goals in back-to-back games, a point in 4 of his last 5 games. Jason Robertson has a point in 10 of his last 12 games heading into the break. Wyatt Johnston, at least 3 shots on goal in 5 of his last 7 games, and a point in 4 of his last 7. Matt Duchene, a point in 8 of his last 10 games. Tyler Seguin, a point in 5 of his last 6 games heading into the break. A lot of players playing really well offensively for the Stars. For the Sabres, there's 2 guys, JJ Peterka and Dylan Cousins, both on the second line. Buffalo's top line has kind of been inexistent lately. Really, the only 2 players showing up for Buffalo recently has been Peterka, a point in 4 of his last 5, and Dylan Cousins, who had a point in 4 straight games heading into the All-Star break. Looking at goaltenders for this one, we've got Jake Ottinger confirmed for Dallas and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen confirmed for Buffalo. 304 goals against average for Ottinger, 261 goals against average for Luukkonen. So he's got the advantage there. But save percentage, 900 for Ottinger, 909 for Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on the season. We'll jump into the chat. Put the Stars all in your parlays. Thank me later. Easy money. It's a lock. There we go. Sabres plus 130, line 2 wide, and can't trust Dallas as a road fave. All right. I think they've been pretty good on the road this year, Dallas. Sabres money line. Hello, IceX. Me and IceX are against each other in every single play. So we don't agree on anything on today's slate. So either we both go half and half, or one of us is going to have a really good night. We'll see what happens. Game over? Yeah, I could see this game going over. I'm not pulling the trigger on it though. Canes minus 1.5 for the last game. As I said, we're against each other and everything. Owen likes that play from IceX. Shocker. After breaks, looking for dogs or motivated faves. Okay. Over 6.5. Sabres will cover plus 1.5. All right. Good day, Terry. Stars and Sabres first period over 1.5 is minus 135. Both of these teams score goals on a regular basis in the first period. All right. Good info from Captain Bry here with the over in the first period. My Buffalo insider says he's not ready to get back on this ride. Poor guy. I think they broke him. I hope Sabres win in the Blacks. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Um, Addison loves that play. Of course he does. Terry with the fresh cut. Thank you, Fernando. So I just don't save my plays then? Well, no, because there's some plays that you have that I don't have. So it's not like your card is the complete opposite of me, but every play that I have when it comes to side, you're against me. So we'll see what happens. Um, s- I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, Fernando, but thank you. Um, we will move on along to the next game. I think we covered everything here. Into the next game here. And it's no longer Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. It's Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. We love Sam Reinhart. If you don't love Sam Reinhart, exit out of the show right now. No, I'm kidding. But no, if you've been watching this show for, I think, the last month or longer, around a month now, we've been backing Sam Reinhart. So we love the Sam Reinhart. We love Sam Reinhart show. Philly plus 164 to plus 173. Florida minus 194 to minus 210. Sixes right across the board here. It does look like FanDuel has a 5.5. If you were looking for the over, potentially could look there. Looking at how these teams were playing heading into the break. Philadelphia lost 5 straight games heading into the break. 4 of the 5 losses were by at least 3 goals. The other loss was only by 2 goals. But the Flyers got their asses handed to them heading into the break. And I was fading them pretty much every game, I believe, heading into the break. With the Carter Hart news and with just the loss of him overall, it hugely affected the Flyers here. 4 of their last 5 games going over 6.5. Florida 13, 2-2 in the last 17 games heading into the break. They had that nice winning streak. Then they had a 4-game losing streak, but bounced right back heading into the break. They went under for their last 6 games. Florida 10-2 in the last 12 meetings between the teams in Florida. The last 4 meetings all going over 6.5 between these teams. Goaltenders for this one, Anthony Stolar is confirmed for Florida, so he will get the first game here after the break. Nobody confirmed for Philadelphia. Samuel Urson's name is there. And Urson, when he was the backup, he was playing very well. He had a great stretches last year, and he was playing really well this year when he was the backup. But having these starters job thrown at him unexpectedly, I think really kind of did him in heading into the All-Star break. Who's been hot for this Philadelphia team? Well, not really a lot of people. Atkinson was really hot. Feburary was really hot. Konechny was really hot. Everybody kind of just fell off a cliff the last couple games. A lot of those players had nothing, no points in the last 2-3 games. So everyone that was on hot streaks for the Flyers came to a screeching halt. Coincidentally, when all the Carter Hart news came out. For me here, give me the Panthers minus 1.5 at plus 119 and shocker. I am taking Sam Reinhart anytime goal at plus 125 here. Some spots it's plus 110, I believe, as well. Shop around and get the best price. But Sam Reinhart anytime goal is still plus money. Yes, we've had the long break, but unlike other players that were going off to nice warm locations, Sam Reinhart was at the All-Star game. Didn't do very much, but obviously his ice time was, I think, 2 of the games he played 6 minutes, and that was it. So in the other game he didn't play in the All-Star game. So Reinhardt, I like that his mind was still on hockey, unlike other players, and I just think this is a great opportunity for him to get right back on it here. So I'll take Reinhardt anytime goal. The Panthers on the puck line here. Reinhardt has a goal in 12 of his last 13 games and 15 of his last 17 games. That's why we love Sam Reinhardt, and we've been cashing on him over and over again. Point in 13 straight games for Reinhardt, so trying to keep his point streak going. At least 3 shots on goal in 5 of his last 6 games and 16 of his last 18 games. He has been consistent. Matthew Tkachuk has a point in 14 of his last 15 games. He's also been extremely consistent. An assist in 7 of his last 8. And Carter Verhaeghe, a point or assist in 4 of his last 5. And he also has an assist in 12 of his last 15 games. The Panthers have been consistent. What else can I say? Indeed, Reinhardt anytime goal plus 130. Reinhardt anytime goal plus 130. Anyone find better? No. I know I think there was only one spot that had it for plus 130. I got it for plus 125, but plus money is just great. Reinhardt goal, McKinnon and McCarr over 1.5 points parlay plus 675. Nice plus money there in that one. Panthers puck line. I like it. I'm on it. Stolar's in net. What's IceX scouting report on this goalie? I took the Flyers last night expecting Big Bob. Oh, okay. So that's kind of good, right, IceX, now that it's switched, right? Yeah, maybe. No? Maybe he'll switch to Panthers now? I'm kidding. I wonder how much Tim wishes Reinhardt was still a Sabre. Yeah. Well, as much as I do love Sam Reinhardt, the team that signs him is going to have to give him so much money. And as much as I love him, he's probably never going to repeat what he's done this year. So um, he's going to probably be overpaid by whoever ends up signing him, unfortunately. But I could be wrong, and he could just go on a streak for years and years. But we'll have to see. We'll move on along to our next game here, which is between the Winnipeg Jets and Pittsburgh Penguins. Winnipeg minus 103 to minus 110. Pittsburgh minus 107 to minus 115. 5.5s right across the board in this game. I believe we do have goalies for this one. Connor Hellebuck confirmed for Winnipeg. Tristan Jarry confirmed for Pittsburgh. Both teams going with their starting goalies after the break. How are these teams playing heading into the break? Winnipeg lost 3 games in a row heading into the break. 6 unders, 2 games finished with 6 goals. So with this total, 6 of their last 8 went under. 2 of the 4 games went to overtime for Winnipeg. Pittsburgh 2-2-3 in their last 7. 5 of their last 6 games going under 5.5, and they went to overtime in 4 of their last 7 games. Pittsburgh 10-3 in the last 13 games between these teams. So Pittsburgh has definitely had an advantage over Winnipeg. 6 of the last 7 meetings going under 5.5. I lean with the under 5.5 here, but I'm not pulling the trigger. Just the 5.5 number scares me. I know Winnipeg's playing low scoring hockey. Pittsburgh's playing low scoring hockey. They've played low scoring hockey in the past, but it's the first game back from the break. If this was a game that was connected with what they had been doing heading into the break and the break didn't exist, then I would be on the under. But because the break exists, I have to pump the brakes here. So lean with the under, not pulling the trigger, which means it's going to be a 2-1 game. So we'll see what happens. For the Winnipeg Jets, Sean Monahan making his debut here. He is an assist in 6 of his last 7 games, obviously with Montreal. And now he is joining this Winnipeg team. And something else that a little bit scares me here with the under is that Winnipeg's also getting Mark Scheifele back. So now Winnipeg is a different team heading into the break. Their top line, Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, Gabriel Velarde, Cole Perfetti, Sean Monahan, and Nikolai Ehlers on the second line. Winnipeg has, if Monahan continues what he was doing, they've really improved their top six. Niederreiter, Lowry, Mason Appleton on the third line. And then Nemestikov, I follow, and Barron on the fourth line. So Winnipeg has scoring depth, and their offense should improve. So ultimately, I'm going to stay off the under. For Pittsburgh, Crosby, a point in 7 straight games heading into the break. Erik Karlsson, a point in 10 of his last 11 games heading into the break. LOL, Matt, I wanted to take the draw on this too. Okay. In the Flyers and Cats. All right. Hard pass. Go Jets. Yeah, kind of agree. Pens puck line. All right. Jets or nothing. I agree with that. The Jets obviously were in a losing streak heading into the break, but when a team goes and trades for somebody, and I know Sean Monahan might not be like the impact that maybe Elias Lindholm will have, but then again, Monahan's been on a heater, so he very well may. But when you tell your team that you're improving, when you go and trade for somebody, that's a team I want to bet on because all the players are thinking, management believes in us. They want us to go on a run, so I want to kind of bet on those teams. So I would be looking at Winnipeg here. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, Jake Gensel trade rumors are hot, so we'll see how that affects the Penguins. 3-1 or 3-2, I could see it. Jets money line. Why are the Pens favored? I'm not sure. Pittsburgh team total under 2.5 in regulation is plus 110. Nice price for that. God must love me. FanDuel has an NHL boost. Uh oh. Plus 140 for the full. All right. To take your money, LOL. Just locked in Matthew Tkachuk over 1.5 points, plus 150. All right. FanDuel boost Connor McDavid to have 1+ point and the Oilers to win. Interesting. What is that priced at? IceX, so I'm hearing Vegas Golden Knights. Nick loves Vegas today. Obviously, we'll talk about that game later. Jets are nasty. Ehlers and Connor and Scheifele. Yes. Taking notes. There we go. Taking notes. Oh, yes. And hey, real deal. If you like any of the stats I'm giving out on the show, it's all in the spreadsheet. There's a link in the description, a Google Doc, and all the stats and stuff I'm giving out on the show is all in that spreadsheet. So anyone that wants can take a look at it in the description below. Oh yes, eyes. Penn's 13% power play is very bad. Yeah, which is kind of surprising. When you add Erik Karlsson, you think that would help your power play. Penn sellers at the deadline? Potentially. But when have the Penguins sold? When have they actually been sellers? So we'll actually have to see what happens. I'll believe it once I see it. But if they're going to be sellers, then it's Jake Gensel that's going. And if you do that, if you trade away Gensel, that is definitely telling the players that you're giving up on the season. Moving on along to our next game, and this is one where we have a team that is not waving the white flag, but trading away a top line player in Elias Lindholm, the Calgary Flames, plus 155 to plus 170. Boston Bruins minus 190 to minus 192. Sixes right across the board in this game. We will take a look and see if we have goaltenders for this one. Jeremy Swayman confirmed for Boston. Markstrom likely for the Calgary Flames. How did these teams play heading into the break? The Flames lost 4 of their last 5 games heading into the break. 3 of the 5 games going over 6.5. Boston 7-1 in their last 8 games heading into the break. 4 of the 8 games over 6.5. Boston 8-3 in the last 11 meetings. between these teams. 5 of the last 8 games going over 6.5. So we have seen higher scoring games between these teams in the past. Boston, as I said, have won 7 of their last 8. They won 5 of those 7 games by multiple goals. Give me the Bruins puck line at plus 135. The Flames are a team that I'm looking to fade. They are a team I want to bet against here going forward. This Bruins team had a little bit of a cold stretch there, but was red hot heading into the break. I'll take them to take care of the Flames here at plus money. I did tweet about it and saying potentially you want to look at Andrei Kuzmenko in this game. Obviously, Lindholm is gone. Kuzmenko is in. Kuzmenko on the top line, on the top power play. And I really do believe that Kuzmenko has a good game here in this one. The issue is that he in 12 of his last 13 games, he has no points. So he did absolutely nothing for Vancouver. The one game he had 2 assists. So he has been inexistent on that Vancouver lineup. A very good reason why he got traded. I do believe that we see a good performance from him today, but I'm not going to bet it because I just because he got traded there isn't a good a reason for me to bet on it. So we'll see his first game with Calgary, what he does. He will be playing with Igor Sharangovich on the top line, who has a point in 4 of his last 6 games. Charlie Coyle, a point in 8 straight games heading into the break for Boston, 15 of his last 17 games. Brad Marchand had a goal in 4 of 5 games heading into the break. Pastrnak, at least a point in 7 of 8, and 2 or more points in 6 of his last 8 games heading into the All-Star break. Those are players I'd look at, but I'm taking the Bruins here in this one. And spoiler alert, Ice X is on the Flames. There we go. There we go. What? You have a nursing home in the power play unit and are shocked about a 13% power play? Who could have guessed? Sounds like an Islanders fan. That's what that sounds like. Hating on the Pens. Bruins puck line. Yes, I agree, Robert. Pass, lean under 6. I could see that. Bruins and reg. You could look that way. Pretty sure Pittsburgh has given up more shorties than power play goals scored. Yikes. Yikes. Robert and Owen have revealed my Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card reverse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Under 6? I could see that. I could see that. Under scare me, though, first game back from the break. Nick likes Flames team total under was something that you were looking at as well. And I know, Nick, you're going to be on Reinhardt as well, aren't you? Well, I know you will. Charlie McAvoy, 33 points is respectable. He's solid as fuck. There you go. Oh, Lord, not the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap. There you go. Flames have cost you money. Me too. Me too. I hope they don't today. Bruins are nothing. I like it. Calgary could qualify for a play, losing 4 or 5 before the break. Only win for Chicago was 1-0. And Bruins 7-1 the last 8. Yes. I'm not sure what you mean by could qualify for a play, but there we go. Absolutely, we love Sam Reinhart. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we'll move on along to our next game. I mentioned player props here. Yes. And mentioned goalies here. Okay, awesome. Moving on to our next game, which is between the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals. Montreal plus 125 to plus 140. Washington minus 149 to minus 160. 5.5s right across the board in this game. Looking at goalies here for this one, Montembeault confirmed for Montreal. Charlie Lindgren confirmed for Washington. How did these teams play heading into the break? Montreal lost 4 of their 5 games heading into the break, going over 6.5 and 3 of 5. Washington lost 4 games in a row heading into the break. 4 of their last 5 games have gone over 6.5. We have seen the Capitals offense start to heat up a little bit heading into the All-Star break. Washington 5-1-1 in the last 7 meetings between the teams. and 6 of the 8 games went over 6.5. So both teams are going over 6.5 recently. Both teams have gone over 6.5 in the past. We're seeing a 5.5 here. So I do lean with the over 5.5. I do, but something is keeping me off here. I think trading away um, trading away, I'm completely blanking on his name right now. Monahan um, is sending the wrong message to Montreal. Obviously, Montreal knows they're not making the playoffs, anyways. But trading him away hurts the offense for this team. So I'm just not sure here about the over. It's a heavy lean for me. I want to take it, but not pulling the trigger as of yet. Um, Looking at player props here, heading into the break, Cole Caulfield, a point in 9 straight games for Montreal. Nick Suzuki had an assist in 4 straight games. And Washington, while their offense is starting to heat up, nobody's really been consistent for them. Pacioretty was looking good, but he's questionable to play today. So there's question marks here, which ultimately keep me off this game, but I want to bet the over, but I'm just going to pass here. Lots of plays on the slate today. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Is Kadri going to be moved at the deadline? That's an interesting question. It's an interesting question. We'll have to see if a team trades for him. Quality under the breaks kills momentum, positive or negative. Okay. Oh, Canada money line. There you go. Lean Montreal over 5.5, but wanted Darcy. Speaking of Darcy Kemper, if anyone was wondering who that is, that's Darcy Kemper. Signed picture was sent to me by a friend in Minnesota, Matt Carlson. I don't know if he watches the show or not, but if he does, thank you, Matt. I've had it for a while. It's been in a framed case where I'm putting the puck, the Matt Boldy puck. So I'll be rearranging things up there. Who? Darcy Kemper. Used to play. He was drafted by the Wild. Darcy Kemper up there. Now plays for Washington, and his career has taken a downturn. So unfortunately for him, pass on this game. Major pass for you. All right. Definite pass. There we go. So no one likes this game. Doesn't Ovi like to score against Montreal? I know the moms like him. There you go. Ovi's starting to heat up heading into the break, but could the break hurt that? Like, because I just don't know about Ovi. He just does not look nearly like the same player this year. Huge drop off. Oh, nice. Yes. Didn't have it up because it's been sitting up there, obviously, with Kemper not playing for the Wild anymore, but I put it up there for now. See what happens when I move things around. But we've got 2 more games to talk about. Next one is the Colorado Avalanche heading into New Jersey to face the Devils. Colorado minus 110 to minus 120. The Devils minus 105 to plus 101. 6.5s right across the board in this game. Colorado 11-4 in their last 15 games. 10 overs, 2 unders, 1 game finished with 6 goals, if the total is 6. New Jersey lost 7 of their last 10 heading into the break. 3 of their last 4 games over 6.5. Colorado 6-3 in the last 9 games between the teams. 4 of the last 6 games going over 6.5 between these teams. And yes, the Avalanche just burned me yesterday, but in sports betting, can't hold grudges, and you have to turn your brain off when you're looking when the slate's over and it's done. You move on to the next day. That's what I'm doing here. Taking the Avalanche in their last 7 losses. The following game they have won. They have been great at bouncing back here, and they were leading most of that game last night before blowing it. They're also 3-1 on the second night of back-to-backs this season, and this New Jersey team is just not the same without Jack Hughes. They're not the same. Jack Hughes does sound like he'll be returning soon, which should help the Devils. But the Devils are another team kind of like um, Philadelphia that are affected with the sexual assault allegations and charges that have now been laid. So all of that is a distraction, which does make me want to fade New Jersey, Calgary, and Philadelphia even more than I already am fading them. When Hughes returns, though, it might be a different story. But with no Jack Hughes in this lineup, the Avalanche shouldn't be minus 110 against the Devils. This game's not priced correctly, so I have to take the Avalanche as much as I'm upset with them for last night. And they do have a tough schedule coming up here, but I'll take them here in this one. Avs money line. Avs minus 1.5. Devils money line, of course, as I said. But actually, I just added this play recently, and I didn't even know. So we are against each other in this play as well. So we are against each other in every play. There we go, I6. Over 6.5. There you go. Over 6.5. Over 6.5. People like the over, and I can see it. I can see it. I'm just not sure what we're going to get from New Jersey. I could see this game finishing 4-2, and that's what scares me about the over. How's this Annunen guy? Hasn't played a whole lot. I know he did give up 4 goals in his last game, but Colorado did win, so obviously that helps the over. But we'll see. Avs minus 110, back-to-back could be an advantage for Colorado versus New Jersey, who's been off for 9 days. Also, Vanacek and net makes me lean the Avs. You like their team total over 3.5 as well. I like that as well. What did the Avs do to deserve a back-to-back out of the break? I don't know, but yeah, not the best schedule for them after and fade the Devils. Yeah, I agree with that. Annunen is decent, better than Prospetov. There you go. Nick adding Avalanche team total over 3.5. Robert likes Makar McKinnon over 1.5 points. I will get to player props in a second. This is the spot for the Avs. Last night wasn't, but today is. Okay. The same game parlay, Avs money line, team total over 3.5, Mac anytime goal, or Mansion anytime goal. Nice plus price with that. Most of us are on the Avs. What could go wrong? Hopefully nothing. Yeah, hopefully nothing. No Jack Hughes. The stats are insane. Yeah, the Devils are a completely different team without him. I don't have the numbers up, but they're just, and you can see it if you watch them play or if you just look at their results without him in the lineup. It's been awful. Player props in this game. McKinnon, a goal in 5 straight games. Obviously, he did score yesterday. 2 points in 4 of his last 6. Only 1 point yesterday because only 1 goal from the Avs yesterday. An assist in 12 of his last 14 games. Mikko Rantanen has a point in 12 of his last 14 games. Cale Makar has a point in 8 straight games for New Jersey. Nico Hischier, a point in 5 of 6 heading into the break. And Jesper Bratt, a point in 4 straight games heading into the break. And as Nick mentioned, with the goaltenders here, it is Vitek Vanacek likely for New Jersey. Nobody's been mentioned yet for Colorado. But we'll move on along to our final game of the night, which is between the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. Edmonton, minus 145 to minus 162. Vegas, plus 120 to plus 137. Sixes right across the board in this game. How do these teams do heading into the break? Well, Edmonton has won 16 games in a row. And with a win in this game, they would tie Pittsburgh for the longest win streak in NHL history, 17 games. Looking at how they've done towards the total, 0, 8, and 2 to a total of 6. So no overs, 8 unders, 2 games, finished with 6 goals. Vegas entered the break 5, 1, and 1, in their 7 games heading into the break. 3 of the 4 games going over 6.5. So they've kind of been on the other side when it comes to the total. Vegas beat Edmonton in the playoffs last year in 6 games. But when you look at the regular season, Edmonton has had the advantage 5-0-1 in the last 6 regular season games, going to overtime in 3 of the last 5, and the last 5 all going over 6.5. So we've seen very high scoring games when these two teams face each other. And this was going to be my Picks and Parlays exclusive play, but I'm going to give out my play here instead because the numbers have moved. So I am on the Oilers. I think the Oilers come into this game heavily motivated to tie Pittsburgh with that 17th straight game. I've loved what I've seen from the Oilers heading into the break. They've had success against Vegas, especially in the regular season. And I like the Oilers. Normally, I don't go past minus 135. I got them for minus 139. Now the best price you can get minus 145, minus 155. So I would use Edmonton as a parlay piece, or potentially look at in regulation. But honestly, if I was forced to right now, I would lay minus 145. And I never go past minus 135 usually. But I really like Edmonton here. I think they are extremely motivated in this game to tie the Penguins. Vegas, on the other side, was playing well heading into the break. But I think this is a game that Edmonton cares about more heading into this one. Dun, 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 dun. Hope the Avs get 3 power plays in the first period again. Refs are crazy. There you go. Vegas money line. Or against each other. Oilers money line. I hate fading our boy Aiden Hill, who has not been confirmed. Aiden Hill has not been confirmed, and it's listed as Logan Thompson, who's unconfirmed right now. So give me Logan Thompson. I would absolutely love that. Stuart Skinner confirmed for Edmonton. He has been outstanding. A 950 save percentage in his last 12 games, all wins. So if Aiden Hill starts this game, that's fine. Skinner's been better. Skinner has been the best goalie in the league. This Oilers team has been the best team in the league heading into the break. It scares me how much I love your Vegas money line play. All right. Scares me. I'm on the other side, and I love Edmonton. 16-game win streak and a chance to make history. Yeah, let me handle this from Trent. All right. All right. My favorite play on the board, bet the under 6.5, minus 115. Yeah, I could see that. I could. I want to bet under with Edmonton, but it's such a heavy over history between these teams. So I'm just not sure. Game of the night for sure. Agree. Agree it. Say it with me. Breaks kill momentum. Vegas plus 120. The last thing you want on a team on a 16-game winning streak is 9 days off. Wrong team is favored. Well, Vegas also entered the break 5-1-1. So they had good momentum heading into the break as well. But I disagree with you, Nick. I know you love Vegas in this game. But what does Vegas really care about when it comes to this game? This is just another game to them. But this is a enormous game for Edmonton to tie history. So how do you? How do you? I'm not going with history because the Oilers are focusing on defense. Yes, that's true as well. That's true. You can sometimes ignore history, and they have been a different team. Yes, I'm on Vegas Golden Knights too. Imagine Oilers lose and Penguins win tonight. Yeah, Penguins. I don't think. Whatever. I'm riding with you, Earl. I don't cash. I'm seeing you, Manana. Uh oh. Hints, McDavid, Reinhardt, Miko, anytime goal. All right. Best of luck. Our boy Marchessault. I'll get to props here in a second. He was playing really well heading into the break. Vegas Golden Knight is the toughest team Edmonton has had to play during the streak. That's how they do versus someone not named, one of the bottom feeders. All right. Vegas is banged up. Yes, they are starting to get a couple guys back, but we'll have to see how they play in this game. No Eichel, of course. Vegas cares about making money. Yes, but I'm saying the Vegas Golden Knights, they're not coming out here thinking we have to win this game. Edmonton is thinking that. So that's why I like Edmonton. Vegas doesn't want to be on the wrong side of history. That's the motivation. But they're just tying it, Nick. They're not the team that, if Edmonton ties this game, the team they face in their next game, they would be on the wrong side of history because they would be the team that is, if they were to break the history. But Rope Hintz, McDavid, Sam Reinhart, Mikko Rantanen, anytime goal. Rope Hintz is hot and cold. Really good one game, disappears the next, kind of, when off the score sheet at least. So I wouldn't really go with him. McDavid, I'll get to here in a second. Reinhardt, of course. Mikko Rantanen. You could look at him. Sheesh, I'm off this game then. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. The price is really nice for Vegas here at home. They've been great all season long. But for me, I really like Edmonton here. I really think they do it. Not only do I think they tie, but I think they break the record. This team has just been fantastic. Fantastic. Oilers will push the play in this game. I agree. Overtime is possible. Is definitely possible. 3 of the last 5 games going to overtime between these teams in the regular season, but none have really been going to overtime recently, especially Edmonton has not in a long time. So, seems like a draw play, but not for me. Player props. McDavid has a point in 15 of his last 16 games, goals in 3 straight, and at least 5 shots on goal in 5 of his last 6 games. McDavid is shooting the puck a lot, so I would not talk you off McDavid goal or McDavid shots. Draisaitl has a point in 6 of his last 7 games, at least 2 points in 4 of his last 7. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has an assist in 5 straight games heading into the break. Zach Hyman a goal in 4 or 5 heading into the break. For Vegas, Marchessault has a point in 6 of his last 7 heading into the break. Ivan Barbashev a point in 6 straight games. Nicholas Waugh was between those two, playing really well. He's now bumped down to the third line with William Karlsson coming back. So I'm not on Nicholas Waugh now. That really breaks up momentum and could potentially hurt Marchessault and Barbashev as well, because that line was doing so well heading into the break. So I could see having Karlsson come back in could kind of kill momentum there for that in this one. And that's it. That is today's show. So, of course, don't buy my Edmonton play or don't buy any of my hockey plays. I gave all my hockey plays out on today's show. I do have an NBA 3-pack up on Picks and Parlays. The link is in the description below. So if you want my 3 plays in that game, they are available. Winner yesterday on the Clippers, and hoping to have another winning night again today. But that is today's show. I'll jump into the comments here. I'm kind of new to the NHL. How do teams play after the All-Star break? Well, it's different teams play differently. So that's the kind of thing. It's a lot of people want to look at dogs and a lot of people kind of want to look at overs, but recently in the past few years, I believe we've kind of seen unders. So for me, it's a team by team basis. I'm not kind of looking at it as I want to bet all dogs or I want to bet all favorites. I just kind of look at it game by game basis. Jets and Pens over 5.5. Heavily lean the other way, but not taking it. Good luck, everyone. You too, IceX. Hopefully, we both can somehow be profitable today. Somehow. But that's today's show. We'll see you guys back again tomorrow. And best of luck. If you're new, hit the like and subscribe button. Appreciate all the support. And we'll see you again tomorrow. 3-game slate. But we'll see you. Chelsea, poo-poo. There you go. Thumbs up. Money alert. Yes. Money alert. Best of luck, guys.